Morning to all of
Om
you.
Shanti, good morning.
While it's afternoon here and it's morning there, so our day is already halfway through. So it's lovely to be in LA. I think how long ago was that since I went to LA? I think when Dadi Gulzar came, that was when I went. How long ago would that have been, Gita Ben?
2006.
Oh my gosh, that long. Yeah. Yes. And so that's a very long time ago that I've been to LA, and Gita Ben had been inviting me again and again. It's like almost every year. When are we going to meet? When are we going to meet? And it's always there. Yes, it's going to happen. And here we are. The drama is revealing that, well, everyone stay home.
Yes.
And so we're all in our own spaces right now, but it's nice to feel that I'm in LA for this hour.
Yeah. Whoever can open their video, that will be nice.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello.
At least once you all can open and then you are at work, that's fine too.
I have to flip my page to see everyone, but
Okay.
it's lovely to see all of you.
Yeah.
Okay, Om Shanti. And as I said, it's lovely to be with all of you. Good, very good. Okay. So, everyone would have had the Murli to revise. It's a very beautiful Murli, very interesting Murli, very powerful Murli. And what are some of the things that Baba has said in this Murli that makes it interesting, makes it powerful, makes it such a beautiful and easy Murli for us to go through, is how he sees us. So my first thought is how Baba sees me in this Murli. Because Baba is saying clearly what he is, who he is always, that's how my children are. And so if this is how Baba is, how is Baba seeing me in this Murli? And am I seeing myself the same way Baba is seeing me? Because when I see myself the way Baba is seeing me, everything becomes very easy. Everything becomes very natural. Everything becomes so, there is absolutely no confusion. And this is where in the Murli Baba is talking about opposition and position. So all these things Baba is talking about, and it's because how he sees me, when I see myself in this way, I'm going to be seated on my seat. My seat will be very easy. I will not take long to sit on that seat, and I will not get off that seat easily because we will feel very comfortable on the seat. If I'm sitting on this chair and this chair is not comfortable, then what will I do? I will be restless in the chair, right? I will not be comfortable in the chair, and so I will be restless in the chair. So I would want to get up from the chair because I'm not comfortable on the chair. And so this is where Baba seats us in a very beautiful, comfortable space. And he says, children, come and sit here. So he's inviting us. So imagine Baba is inviting you to sit on this comfortable seat. Can I sit on the seat very comfortably for a few hours and don't get up? So one is the comfortable chair that we have created as our meditation space, right? Because everyone is sitting for long hours for meditation. So you've designed a very nice, comfortable sofa or a chair that you can sit for your yoga. Now, am I seated internally on a very comfortable seat that I can sit there for as long as I want? Or do I get up from that seat again and again? Do I fall off the seat? Do I leave my seat and run away? Because this is what our mind does. Our mind and intellect leave the comfortable seat and we run away and we don't remain seated on that seat for a long time. And it's all because we do not remember, we do not keep it clearly in our awareness how Baba is seeing me in this moment. So we forget the moment and we create another moment. And the other moment that we create is not the moment that Baba wants me to be in. And so that's when Maya takes over. Maya defeats us. Maya takes us in her world. And so we don't want to go into Maya's world. We want to be in Baba's world. We want to be in this beautiful space that God is creating for me. And He's giving me that experience to be in that seat and in that space. And so some of the awareness that I picked up from this Murli of how Baba is seeing the children. But each one of us, I'm sure you would have personalized the Murli. So one is how Baba is seeing all his children. When he was talking, was seeing all his children in front of him. But I moved that from all the children to Baba seeing me personally. I am listening to Baba. Baba is seeing me and I am seeing Baba. So when I see Baba is seeing me and I am seeing Baba, then there is a personal conversation that's going on. There's a personal relationship that is there. And that personal relationship and conversation with Baba now makes it easy that when he's talking to me, I am understanding him. I am feeling what he's telling me as he sees me. And so some of the titles or the vision that he's having for me is, Baba was seeing me as the one who give peace and happiness to everyone, to all souls. So he has to see me in that form. And as he sees me in that form, that child, you're the one who gives peace and happiness to all souls. He sees me as his long lost and now found beloved child. And this beloved child is also the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. Beloved child is the one who is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. Baba is seeing me as the one who is a benefactor. What benefactor does? Benefactor can only think of benefit. Because Baba is the one who brings benefit to the whole world. So Baba's task is so big and unlimited. Are we going to think that it is Baba's task? Or are we going to think that Baba's task is my task also? I am in companionship with Baba in playing this role. So Baba is world benefactor. And he would say to children, children, you are also world benefactors. You are the ones who have to bring benefit. You are the ones who have to share constantly, give constantly to all my children. So Baba will also tell us, children, you are the ones, you are the children of the Almighty Authority, Father. So Baba is Almighty Authority. And if Baba is Almighty Authority, then who am I? I am Master Almighty Authority. And who is a Master Almighty Authority? We are the ones who are the children with all the powers. You know, and so it's very beautiful if we just take those few aspects in where Baba was talking about when he talks to the children that we are the peace, the one who give peace and happiness to all souls. We are now the one who's the remover of sorrow, the bestower of happiness. And so Baba said it very clearly, whatever is the Father's task is also the children's task. And that's when he called us the benefactors, who brings benefit to the world, who bring happiness to the world. And we can never experience any waves of sorrow, even in our thoughts or even in our dreams. what comes up in my dreams? Who comes in my dreams? Do we still dream? We have to see, do we still dream? And so if I still dream at night, what do I dream? Who comes in my dreams? Is it people? Is it the past? Is it fearful scenes, loving scenes? You know, like it was last night or when I was dreaming, no, night before last, I was dreaming Dadi Ji, Mirwar Bhai, Brij Mohan Bhai, Madhuban Mohini Ben. I'm dreaming all these souls and I'm saying, oh, this is such a nice dream. Once I was doing bhakti recently, it was in April or May, personal bhakti. And I was dreaming Dadi Janki. And Dadi Janki in this dream was giving me this beautiful signal of how to make remembrance very easy and natural. So I saw her in my dreams and she said to me, to make remembrance easy and natural, always remember Baba in his titles and praise. And Karan Karavan Har Baba, for example. And you know, Dadi used to say, Meete Baba, Pyari Baba, lovely Baba. So these were the words that I was feeling in the dreams that she was talking to me, and she was telling me that when you remember Baba, if you remember Baba in this way, then remembrance of Baba will be very easy and natural. You don't have to make laborious effort, because to remember Baba is very easy. You just sing his praise, who he is, and you're remembering him. But also the feeling was that when you're remembering him in these praises, Baba is making me the same. Baba is making me into that same praise that I am singing for him. He's making me sing. So I'm not only going to say Baba is Karan Karavanhar, but he's saying, child, you're also Master Karan Karavanhar. You're also same like me. You will also be like me and everything will be done. But I have to remember him in that title. So when he's the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness, and he says to me, oh child, this is who you are. You are the one who is the world master, world benefactor like me, the one who removes everyone's sorrow and give happiness. When I'm remembering him in that title, what will I do practically? Not what I will think it means, but what will I do practically? There is so much sorrow everywhere in the world. Sorrow we have collected from half the cycle. For ourselves, we collected sorrow for half the cycle and made that sorrow become our own. And we sit with that sorrow inside for different reasons. Sometimes the reasons are so petty, it's like nothing. And I'm still feeling sorrow from that. Somebody might say one word, and I'm so sensitive to that one word, that what I'm experiencing, sorrow from one word. So it's not the word that is giving me sorrow, but it is the sensitivity in my own being that is giving me pain and sorrow. So it's my own sorrow that I held on to. I have owned it. I have become it. That Baba is now saying, child, become benefactor. But if I don't remove my own sorrow and become the one who gives myself happiness, even God will give me, but I will not experience it. Because this is who my Father is. So Baba is. And while Baba is, am I experiencing myself to be in that form? Am I experiencing myself that in my own heart, I can see how all the sorrows, the pain, the waste thoughts, the negative thoughts, the unnecessary thoughts, all those thoughts are leaving me. And what I'm experiencing myself to be so full that I'm overflowing now to give. So I can't first start thinking with giving to others. I have to first start thinking that Baba has given to me. So let me use that to clean the sorrow and the pain, the things of the past, so that no trace of sensitivity remain. And so the soul can become the benefactor like the Father. The soul can be the one who removes the sorrow and gives happiness to everyone. And so that experience will be there because I am now the child, the awareness is I am the child of the Almighty Authority Father. And that's what Baba reminds us. Baba says, they are the waves of sorrow when you do not have the awareness of the Almighty Authority Father. That is when you do not become his children in a practical form. So I'm forgetting who I am, and I'm forgetting the one I belong to. That the one who is the Almighty Authority, Almighty Baba, has all powers. So when I remember I'm child of Almighty Authority, would we be lacking in anything? Would we be lacking in any power? We will not be lacking in anything. So we will have everything we want because it will now take a practical form. Because Baba says, when you are the children of the Father, the ocean of happiness, you remain ignorant of even knowing what waves of sorrow are. So we will just move in happiness. Are we moving along in happiness, or is there sorrow that comes in between? So we need to check, right? So this is our checkpoint. So yes, I'm understanding that this is who Baba is. I'm understanding Baba's title. I'm understanding Baba is seeing me personally in this form. Now, I check myself to see, is there traces of sorrow that comes from the past? If there are traces of sorrow that comes from the past, why is it coming? Am I holding on to it? Am I justifying it? Am I being comfortable with this sorrow? Do you know that there are some souls like sorrow? Some souls are attached to sorrow. And so we don't let go of that sorrow easily. Anytime I blame someone, anytime I criticize someone, anytime I think it is because of someone, it means I like the sorrow. Because when I don't like something, we just discard it, right? We just give it up. We don't want it. But so why am I holding on to that and think someone else? It's no one else. It's somewhere in me. I am holding on to that thing, that word, that experience, that something that I picked up somewhere. And then I don't only keep it inside of me, but I pass it on. So when I pass that on, I am increasing my sorrow. I'm increasing my own pain. I'm increasing my own loss. And so this is where at that time when Baba says, I have to be his child in a practical form. I have to remember this is who I am. And as I remember who I am, then all these powers, these titles, being the Master Almighty Authority or child of the Almighty Authority, all of that will be taking its form in me. And so then Baba says, Baba was talking about position and opposition. Position and opposition. It's a very nice line. And so I will read what Baba is saying. So Baba says, you continue to move along in the waves of happiness. Why is there opposition from Maya? So if we are still battling seriously with Maya, Baba's asking, why is there opposition from Maya? The solution to the opposition is very easy. Just remove one syllable from the word opposition. And what does it become? There will be any opposition when you stay in your own position. So play with these two words that Baba is speaking, position and opposition. So when I am in my position, that is my seat of awareness, I am in my position. There will be no opposition. I will be in my form of all those titles because I'm in the form of who I am. The moment I forget that position, Maya steps in. We have to know that Baba is one thought away and Maya is also one thought away. Maya is not far from us. We're still holding Maya, still one thought, because when I am in remembrance of Baba, I am in my position. A storm of Maya is just blowing, gently passing by, and I get off my seat. And that's the opposition. So opposition and position. So we have to always remember that I need to be in my position. I need to be seated in the awareness that Baba gives me. So then I will not be in any opposition of Maya. So if you remain stable in your own position, there will not be any opposition for Maya. To stay in your own position is to stay in that awareness, is to stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance. So the position is our remembrance. Because Baba, I am with Baba, I'm seeing myself as Baba's child. So whatever you are, whomever you belong to remain stable in that awareness means the pilgrimage of remembrance. So Baba is asking, is that difficult? So we will ask ourselves, is it difficult or is it easy? All I need to do is to remember. Remember. So what I'm remembering, remember that I'm seated in my position. I'm seated in my position. So maybe at this point, let's have a few minutes of meditation. And let's reflect on what Baba is telling us. To experience how Baba is seeing us. And each one personalize it. Baba is seeing me. So let's all sit very, very comfortable. One is the body is comfortable. And the other is I, the soul. I'm seated, very comfortable in this seat of awareness of who I am. I'm seated in this awareness of how Baba is seeing me right now. In this moment, God has the highest vision for me. He's seeing me as the one in the form of complete peace and happiness. He's seeing my heart bubbling with happiness. And this happiness is coming from the ocean of happiness. My Baba. My Baba fills my heart with happiness. And this happiness removes any trace of sorrow of the past, any waste thoughts, any form of doubt or confusion. This happiness takes the form of filling the soul with that constant intoxication of who I am. And in this form of being who I am, it becomes very natural to share that. Because I can see my own form as Baba's child. The child who's the master, almighty authority. I am the child of the almighty authority, Father. The one with all powers. The one who in this awareness and seated in this awareness, taking the position of who I am, the child in this form opposes Maya. Maya will never come to a child who is seated in this position. Maya will be defeated. I am the child of the highest and high, the child of the ocean of knowledge. Baba makes each one of his children, he makes each one of us wise. Because we have the authority of knowledge. We are the authorities of truth. He makes us sensible. And this being in this form of being sensible, such children is never defeated by Maya. See the self in this form. It's the most powerful form a soul can be in. The most powerful form a soul can experience. The form of where Baba places me, where he positions the soul, what he gives to me. See the self. Om Shanti. And now the next part of the Murli. I hope that's okay. Did you enjoy your meditation, your reflective meditation on the Murli? Yes?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. So then Baba talked about position, opposition. Baba gave the example of masks. Little children, or at time of Halloween, everybody wears masks. Some dress as angels, some dress as this, some dress as witch even. They dress in all kinds of images. And they are just in all these kind of forms that people can't even recognize them. So do we wear all those masks too? One moment I'm soul conscious in this form, one moment I'm body conscious in this form. So that's also a mask, right? So all those are artificial masks that one wears and put on. But we know now that in 1 second, we can remove any form of artificial mask because we recognize it, right? We are recognizing that the moment I take on that body conscious mask, I know it's not the right mask. I'm hiding behind something. I'm putting myself behind a veil. So truth will not shine. What I'm receiving from Baba will not shine. So what is visible? What will be visible is the mask. But when I look through the eyes of the soul and see myself how Baba sees, I don't have any mask. There's absolutely zero. What is there? The soul is totally transparent. This is why our forms that we are practicing, being in the 5 forms, angel is one of them. Angel is one of the forms because angel means transparency. Angels cannot wear masks. Deities don't wear masks. So as Brahmins, we cannot wear masks. And so our form remains as an angel, very, very transparent. So we don't want any behavior, monkey-like behavior, or, any forms of behavior. We don't want any of those. We want to be in our yogi form, angel form, soul form, deity form, Brahmin form. These are the forms we want to be in. And so it's only because we are in the master knowledge full that we are able to stay in those forms and those experiences. And so Baba was talking about also there are memorials to us, and each one of you would know the stories of all these memorials, the Dilwala temple and Achalgarh. So Baba says, when we remember this, then what happens? What happens when we remember these memorials? Baba says, you will stay in the intoxication, you will remain immovable, you will remain unshakable. So these memorials helps us to have faith. We will not be defeated. You know, when we go to Dilwala temple, what is the feeling when I go to Dilwala temple? Oh, Baba, this is our memorial. This is what our heaven used to look like, so beautiful. And look, we are yogis sitting there. You know, I remember when I went to the temple in Delhi, Lakshmi Narayan temple. Many of you have gone to see Lakshmi Narayan temple, Birla temple in Delhi. It's such a big, beautiful temple. And the images of Lakshmi Narayan is so beautiful and so real. So when you go in front of Lakshmi Narayan image, we're remembering heaven. We are not seeing only memorial. We are seeing memorial, but in the form that how it got created. And so our own forms we're seeing. So the intoxication that Baba brings, that no one, Maya cannot defeat you. They show Angad, his toe, Ravan could not have moved his toe. But it's one thought even for us. There is such an unshakable faith in remembrance of Baba that Maya cannot even move our thoughts away from Baba. Now that is the stage Baba is seeing his children, that we are so lost in this remembrance. We are so much lost in Baba that Maya comes, but I'm not entertaining Maya. I'm not giving that power to Maya. So the intoxication of these memorials, because I'm the one who's creating the memorial. I'm not seeing the memorial belong to the dadis alone. Yes, dadis have created the memorials, but I'm also with Baba and dadis. So we are all part of creating the same memorials. This is why in Dilwala temple is not only one memorial is there. So many memorials are there. On the ceiling, you look, so many deities carvings are in that temple of the Dilwala temple. So each one of us, as Baba speaks, flow with it. Baba is seeing me, Baba is talking to me, Baba is giving me that experience that this is who I am. And then Baba says that you, by having this faith in the intellect, that is your memorial, you will definitely attain victory. So any situation that passes by you, put your toe out of the intellect, the mind and intellect, and say, I am Angad. I am the one who is remembered as Achalgarh. I am the one who is remembered in the Dilwala temple. I am that same soul who is even Hanuman. So all these are our memorials. See yourself in that form. This is why in one of the 5 forms, worthy of worship form and a worship worthy form. One is my golden aged form of being worthy of worship. And then that's my deity form. But then how our images are worshipped in the Copper Age. How our images are worshipped in the Copper Age. I remember when Baba talked about these 5 forms. This one form, I couldn't connect with it much. I did a lot of devotion when I was young, but I didn't connect with this form so much. So what I did, I looked at the image and I said, let me as a soul, this living being, go into that image. I, the soul, I go and sit in that image and I give life to that image. And now look at all the devotees coming to worship me. What will I do? I will run away and say, no, 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 it's not my image, it's not me. No, Baba says it's my form. It's my worthy of worship form. So I position myself, and then I see all the devotees coming, everyone coming. They bow, they leave something at the feet, they do this, they do that, they do arti. What I do? Hand of blessings, hand of giving, giving and blessings as souls come. And then that form became very meaningful to me. It became very experiential for me, that now I don't miss any of the forms, or else I used to pass that form in the beginning. I used to pass it because I couldn't connect with it. Now I said, no, Baba, I am in the form now. I take the form. And then just the feeling of just giving, because in that form, you want nothing. Deity image only gives. They only give. They don't need anything. So it's to adopt that form. And so Baba says that's where our victory will be attained. Because there is faith and there will be victory in that faith. And so Baba says, if you have weakness in your faith and in the awareness of being an embodiment, there will be weakness in your actions too. And so this is where my thoughts, my words, my actions, everything start aligning with what Baba is feeling in the soul. The form that I'm seeing myself, the image I'm seeing myself in, how Baba is creating my image. And so Baba says there will also be faith, and then that also there will be no weakness in my action, because faith will be there. So victory will be there. So your every thought should be constantly filled with faith in the intellect. Before you perform actions, have the faith that victory is already guaranteed. We have guaranteed victory. And again, to remind ourselves, our memorials are that which reminds us of our victory. All the memorials, when you see the memorials, we will never lose faith. We will never create doubt, because each memorial is talking about me. Own those memorials. Own the memorial of Dilwala Temple. Own the memorial of Lakshmi Narayan, or of Achalgar, or of Ganesh, or Hanuman. Own those memorials. See your form. Baba has created all these strengths, these powers in me as that soul. And so then Baba says, so you simply have to perform the action that you have already performed. Are we doing anything new? We're not doing anything new. 5,000 years ago, I am here today with my LA family. I was supposed to be with you 1 month ago, or a few weeks ago. I think it was a month ago, I can't remember. But it was not in the drama. No, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was supposed to be with LA family. It was not in the drama. It was in the drama that today I was going to be with my LA family. Baba says, you've already done it. So I couldn't then. So I said, that was drama. I had to be somewhere else. But today, and I was so happy that I thought it was last week. But it was only today that it had to be. So in the same way, we have to be aware that everything we are doing in our Brahmin life, nothing is difficult. I have to wake up 3 o'clock in the morning. Why should it be difficult? I have to wake up 4 o'clock, whatever it is the time. Everything is easy. It's easy only because I'm repeating it. I'm repeating that which I've already done. So it becomes very easy. So faith in the predestined drama, faith. And so then Baba talked a lot about faith in that paragraph. Baba says, when you have faith, I am that, I have to do this, or I can do this, the intoxication increases. Every time I take a step, a leap more in my effort, intoxication rises. Happiness is there. And so Baba says, so when you become experienced in such a stage, then others will be able to see through your form the image of the one who's teaching you. Now here we're revealing Baba. So we see ourselves in all these titles. Baba sees us, right? That I shared all those titles. So imagine ourselves. We have adopted this form that Baba has described to me. This is how Baba sees me. I accepted this form. I am now in this form. Now, if I'm now in this form, then what will I do? I'm revealing Baba. Who I'm revealing? My father, my teacher, and my Satguru. I'm revealing all three. How would be my words? What would be my actions? What would be my thoughts? Everything is becoming clear. It's becoming how Baba is teaching me. But I'm in the form. So someone will see, they will know that you're God's child. They will know that you're different than everybody else because you are not going to do the same thing like the world is doing. Our dharana is totally different than the world. Our whole being, our whole life is totally different. So we are like different clan of people living in the same world with the world. So they will see us as being different. As Baba was saying in the Murli, it would be visions. His children will give visions of who he is. So this is what Baba is reminding us, that what this faith will do. Others, we will reveal the Father. They will see Baba, they will see the Father, the teacher, and the Satguru. So Baba is saying that, so where there is a lack of success, there is lack of power. So if I'm not feeling successful, it means there is lack of power. So which quality and which title I will go back to Baba? Almighty Baba. Almighty authority Baba is my Baba. And I pause there. I hold that thought. Almighty Baba is my Baba. And so what the soul is doing, filling itself with Baba's powers. The soul is taking the form of all of Baba's powers. And all those powers, as I'm becoming the form, that's how the soul is claiming success. Success is not an external thing. Success is deeply connected with my internal success of claiming victory at every step in our life. So there will be no moment of being unsuccessful. Baba says all of that will finish. And then everything will become real. There will be nothing artificial. So we have to remember who we are, children of the Almighty Father, the Almighty Authority Father. And so Baba says, who are we? We are Tapasvi Kumars and Kumaris. Tapasvi Kumars and Kumaris. So we are not ordinary. Tapasvi Kumars, Kumaris. Baba was saying here that with the pride and intoxication, by becoming free from making mistakes and of forgetfulness over a long period of time, you will claim the fortune of the kingdom for a long period of time. This whole line about long period of time is a very important line, because we have to remember that whatever effort we are making, now especially where we are at the time, there's no margin for forgetting. There is no margin for making mistakes. Now it's like a constant consistency of my effort to reach my destination. We used to take few steps and look back. Who is coming? Who is not coming? No. Now we have to look straight ahead and move towards our destination. Only then what we are doing now will be accounted for as over a long period of time. Because there is actually long period of time, Baba said last week, right? Has finished. And it's now short period of time. So we have to make this time over a long period of time. Because only then we will experience the inheritance that Baba is giving me for a long period of time. And so Baba was talking about remembering Alaf and Bay. So I have to remember this Alaf and Bay. Don't forget this. And Baba says, by talking to yourself in this way, you will become aware of the power you have lost. Remember. So remember Baba and the inheritance. I know we need to close up because I need to hear from you some question and answer, and we have a few minutes of meditation. And what I liked about the end part of the Murli Baba was talking about is the throne and the tilak, right? The throne, the crown, and the tilak. So can we see ourselves with these three? Which one do you think comes first? Is it my tilak? Is it my throne? Is it my crown? Crown, tilak, throne. Which one come first? What do we do first?
Throne.
Throne come first. Baba says you cannot have the crown without the throne. You cannot have the crown without the throne. So it's very beautiful the way Baba says, only when you remember the throne will you be able to sit on it. If you have a throne, you will also have a crown. If you have a throne, you will have to have a crown, right? Because I'm seated as a king. And so Baba says, you cannot have the crown without the throne. You cannot have the crown without the throne. By wearing which crown will you be seated on the throne? Bab Dada makes you wear the crown Bab Dada makes you wear the crown and seats you on the throne at the confluence age. On the basis of this throne and crown, you receive the future crown and throne. So do we wipe away the tilak, as Baba says? The tilak of awareness. We have to remember every day, every morning, sit in front of Baba. And first thing, Baba put my tilak of awareness. Baba sits me on his heart throne, and he places the crown of responsibility. So when I'm seated on Baba's heart throne, what will be the responsibility, the crown that he will put on the head? He's putting the crown that who Baba is, so are you. We don't have to take anything like a basket of burden, no. Baba and me combined in this form, Baba places the crown. So is it my service? Is it my anything? No, nothing is mine. I'm seated on Baba's heart throne. Baba puts the crown and applies my tilak. And that awareness, Baba says, when we are in that awareness, Baba says that those who have, Baba was saying here, nothing will be difficult. We will claim our rights. It's our rights to be able to see, to have these three, our crown, throne, and tilak. It's the children's rights. It's our rights. So we don't want to miss that right that Baba has given to me. Baba is saying it's my kingdom. It's the attainment of my kingdom. And so how do I experience these three? It's also very beautiful practice to feel every morning I wake up at Amrit Vela. Baba gives me these three. He sits me very comfortable. And this is how I will check to see how long can I stay in Baba's heart throne. How long is the crown hurting my head? Hmm. You wear something, you say, oh, let me take this thing off. It's hurting my head. No, Baba's crown is a crown of light. Totally light. You don't even notice the crown is there, but he places the crown. I'm seated in his heart. So I'm very, very comfortable in this space. And the tilak of awareness of who I am will never get erased. Because of the faith, the experience, all my attainments that comes from that, the soul will remain very, very stable. So remember your throne, remember your crown, and remember your tilak. Om Shanti. I'm sorry, what time is it? I'm going over time. Can I hear a little bit from all of you for a few minutes? Anyone has any question? Anyone has any thought?
Well, I have a question. My name is Kalpana.
Hello, Kalpana Ben.
Regarding seeing yourself on the throne with the crown, how do I put it into practice? I'll give you an example of when that happened yesterday. I was talking with a friend and we were discussing.
Sorry, I'm not hearing you clearly.
Okay, is this better?
Okay, yes, try me.
Yesterday I was talking with a friend and we were talking about the recent protests, and we got into the for Trump and anti-Trump mode. So in this instance, how do I not pass judgment if my friend's opinion is different from mine? And how do I seat myself on the throne?
Right. So when I'm seated on Baba's heart throne, even those thoughts of the world and what's happening in the world, I will not allow it to even penetrate me. It will not touch the soul, because what happened is that whatever is happening in the world is happening anyway, because it's a descending stage of the world, right? The world is in a descent. And if it's in a descent, I am not going to invest my energy, my thoughts, my words, my actions towards anything of the world. So if I'm talking to people and they're getting involved with what's happening in the world and the political situation of the world, I am detached. I don't want my intellect even to get connected to it, because Baba says to us, serve the souls of the world. So we are serving. So if this person is my friend and I'm talking to my friend, I don't have to say, I don't want to hear, or I don't want this, or I'm not getting involved, because it's not for or against. It is for me. The tilak of awareness is who I am. So I put the tilak, I am a soul who gives peace and happiness to all souls, benefactor. So that's all these titles, it's all my awareness. Baba, I'm very comfortable with you. I'm in your heart. You have all the love for all your children, whether they belong to Trump party or they belong to any other party. You see all of them as your children. You love all of them. You're not seeing what anyone is physically doing, because that's not Baba's part to go look into anyone's action. So it's not my part. And so my part is to see them as Baba is seeing them. So I'm not going to judge anyone. They're playing their own part. I am playing my own part because I know who I am as Baba's child. And so then I will not get into dialogues. I will not get into debates. I will not get into thinking about the situations of the world. Because we know that we can see the situation, the world is descending. Like for me, even the news of what's happening, sometimes I just click on the headline on the thing. I just see the headlines just to have an idea what is happening. And that's it. I don't need more information. I need to know, okay, how is our area doing? Do we have a lot of cases in Long Island, in Great Neck? So then Brother Eric, he will share, okay, this is what's happening. This is full. I don't need to go investigate to find it. You understand?
Yeah.
So in that way, you're not allowing anyone to place you in their position. You are positioning yourself where Baba seats you in his heart. And remember, in God's heart, he sees all his children. Whether they are for any party or they are against even God, he still has a place for them when they decide to come and take their seat. So we have to hold the highest vision for ourselves and the highest vision for Baba's children, because all the souls are God's children. So we are not judging anyone. We are not putting anyone up or anyone down.
So when she's talking about it, I just quietly listen to it.
Okay, it happened already, right?
Right.
So now you have the future to deal with.
Right.
You just say to them, whoever that person is, sister, this world is really, everyone is deciding for themselves where they want and what they want. I don't want to now go on thinking about it. I am very clear. I want to see all are my brothers and sisters and how they can feel peace in the world. I want to be in God's remembrance so that I can share God's remembrance with all. Now, at this time where we are in the cycle of time, we don't need to be afraid to talk about God. I speak, anyone I have to speak to, very clearly for me now is God's message. We're doing radio programs, New Jersey is doing, and we're joining. I told them, I said, if I can talk about God, only then I will come on the radio program to share. If I can't talk about God, I don't want to be there. Because what else will we tell? The whole world is telling so many different things. Mm-hmm. But here we know God. We know who God is. We know our Father, and we know that that Father who is my Father is also their Father. So now, because Baba is telling us where we are in time, I will not allow anyone to waste my time. I will move forward on my journey. And you want to be my friend and come along, great.
No, in fact, she's Christian and believes in God.
Very good.
But
so you let her move along with you. So see how it works. They could influence us, but we have to also influence them. We can't make them influence us, right? So we allow them to influence us, to pull us into those conversations. So we now have to position ourselves, Baba says. And that's the opposition of Maya, that I position myself so then I'm not in the form of Maya. I'm not in the place where I have to battle with Maya. I just sit in my seat. So they can't influence me. Yes, brother?
No, I was just saying that it was earlier in the Murli, you're right. It said, if you remain stable in your own position, there will not be any opposition. And in her case, also, like you said, our dharana is totally different than the world. Like we can consider ourselves, Baba's children, as like we are breed apart, and that should take care of a lot of this kind of what Sister Kalpana is saying,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
I also like, go ahead.
Mhm. Sorry?
No, I'm just thinking I'm in the past thinking what my position could have been while I was talking to. I don't want a negative feeling towards her, or
No.
but I liked what you said. I could have told her that I don't want to keep thinking about it. I'm
Right.
positioning myself in my peace.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how they will start coming to know who you are and what you stand for.
Yeah,
See, if we position ourselves as to who I am, no one is going to shake me.
that's right.
Maya cannot shake me. It will take all the forms of different people and come in front of me. But I will remain who I am. I belong to the Almighty Authority Father.
Yeah.
Baba has given me the authority of truth, the authority of knowledge, the authority of all his powers. And so we just have to remember, I need to position myself in the seat. I'm seated in his heart throne. He has given me the crown. He has given you the crown to serve that soul, not to be influenced by that soul.
Mm.
And so I'm seated in his heart throne with a tilak of awareness. And here I'm serving the soul. And so see the self. You see, this is where I'm making the emphasis is that my relationship with Baba is how he's seeing me, how he's positioning me as his child with all those titles. Okay?
Thank you, sister. Really helped me. And
Thank you,
Anyone
sister.
else?
Anybody else have any questions for sister here?
Or you want to
Ikaben
share
is in a
anything?
meeting, so she asked me to see if anybody has any questions, or I don't know how much time you have, sister, but we are so thankful you coming out and giving us this knowledge, just churning the Murlis and bringing out some of these really important points. So there is Winuben here. Go ahead, Winuben.
Om Shanti. So, does anyone have any last questions you would like to ask?
can we have a meditation?
Yeah, we will have
Yeah.
meditation too.
We'll end with the meditation. If anyone have any last questions to ask.
I am nectar and Maya is salt.
Yes, you remain sweet all the time. Baba is filling the soul with complete sweetness, so you stay sweet and don't get into anything which is bitter. Very good.
Okay. So we can end with a sweet meditation then.
Yes. Okay, very good. And so let's conclude with some meditation. Remembering once again who I am. Position the soul in the awareness of this highest vision that God sees me. Experience the self being the child of the Almighty Authority Father, the one with all powers. See your powers. See your arms. The one with all powers. Whichever power I need, I just need to call on that power and it's present. Because I am child of the Almighty Authority Father. This is my highest position. There is no other position that the soul needs. There is no other position that I'm looking for. no name, no fame, nothing, just being in my highest form of self-respect. Of how Baba is seeing me in this moment. The awareness I have for myself. Being knowledgeful, the master remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness, the master benefactor, like my Baba. The soul who's a tapasvi Kumar Kumari. The one who creates the memorial of Achalgarh and Dilwala. The intoxication and the faith of who I am. I see myself in these forms. And as I become stable in the awareness of these forms, I, the soul, I take my seat on God's heart throne with my crown and the tilak of that awareness of how Baba sees me and how I see myself. It's the throne of light and the throne of lightness. And when I see myself with the crown of responsibility, I see all the souls in the world as Baba sees each one. He doesn't look at what anyone is doing, but he understands that all are his children and they have lost their way. And now Baba has given me the awareness. And so I help to share and to show all souls their path to God. And so whether it's my crown, my throne, and my tilak, it's easy to be in this form. And this is what gives the soul the rights to the kingdom. This is my confluence aged form that will become my golden aged form. To be in this awareness is to give the soul the rights to rule the kingdom. So I stay in this awareness as I move around throughout the day. Om Shanti. Om Shanti, and thank you very much for having me.
Om Shanti.
Oh, Shanti.